The bass guitar, often simply called the bass, occupies a foundational role in modern music, bridging rhythm and harmony while anchoring the sonic landscape across countless genres. Its history is deeply intertwined with technological innovation, cultural shifts, and the evolution of popular music itself. Though it is now ubiquitous in bands, ranging from jazz ensembles to rock groups and electronic acts, the bass guitar's journey to prominence is relatively recent compared to other instruments. It emerged in the mid-20th century as a practical solution to limitations faced by earlier bass instruments. Before the bass guitar existed, low-frequency duties in ensembles were handled primarily by the double bass, also known as the upright bass. This large, acoustic instrument had been a staple in classical music for centuries and later became essential in jazz, blues, and early popular music. However, the double bass had several drawbacks, especially as music moved into louder and more electrified contexts. Its size made it difficult to transport. Its acoustic volume was often insufficient in amplified settings, and its fretless fingerboard required significant skill to play accurately. As bands grew louder in the early 20th century, particularly with the advent of big band, jazz and early electric guitar amplification musicians and instrument makers began to search for alternatives. They sought instruments that could provide strong, consistent low-end sound with greater portability and ease of use. The earliest attempts to create a more practical bass instrument involved modifying existing designs or experimenting with new forms. In the 1930s, inventors such as Paul Tutmarc developed instruments that resembled modern bass guitars more closely than the upright bass. Tutmarc's Audiovox Model 736 bass fiddle, introduced around 1936, was one of the first electric bass instruments designed to be played horizontally like a guitar. It featured frets and was compact compared to the double bass. Despite its innovative design, it did not achieve widespread popularity at the time. This was partly because amplification technology was still developing, and musicians were accustomed to traditional instruments. The true breakthrough for the bass guitar came in the early 1950s with the work of Leo Fender, a pioneering figure in electric instrument design. Fender had already revolutionized the guitar world with the introduction of the Telecaster and Stratocaster, and he applied similar principles to the bass. In 1951, Fender introduced the Precision Bass, often referred to as the P-Bass. This instrument marked a turning point in music history. It featured a solid body, frets for accurate intonation, and magnetic pickups that allowed it to be amplified easily. Its design enabled guitarists to transition to bass more readily, as it was played in a similar manner. The Precision Bass quickly gained popularity among working musicians, particularly in genres where amplification and portability were crucial. It allowed bassists to be heard clearly in ensembles without the need for a large acoustic instrument. The name Precision referred to the frets, which made it easier to play in tune compared to the fretless double bass. The instrument's impact was profound, effectively establishing the electric bass guitar as a standard component of modern bands. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, the bass guitar became increasingly prominent in popular music. As rock and roll emerged and spread globally, the bass provided the rhythmic backbone that drove the music forward. Early rock bassists often played simple, supportive lines, but as the instrument evolved, so did playing styles. The development of new genres, such as soul, funk, and Motown, brought the bass to the forefront in new ways. Bassists began experimenting with more melodic and rhythmic complexity, pushing the boundaries of what the instrument could do. One of the most influential bassists of this era was James Jamerson, whose work with Motown Records helped define the sound of 1960s soul music. Jamerson's playing was innovative, incorporating syncopation, melodic runs, and a strong sense of groove. His approach elevated the role of the bass from a purely supportive instrument to a central element of musical expression. Around the same time, Paul McCartney brought a melodic sensibility to bass playing in his work with the Beatles, demonstrating that bass lines could be both supportive and artistically distinctive. Instrument design also continued to evolve during this period. In 1960, Fender introduced the jazz bass, which offered a slimmer neck and dual pickups for greater tonal versatility. This instrument became a favorite among bassists seeking a more nuanced sound. Other manufacturers entered the market, producing their own versions of electric basses and contributing to a growing diversity of designs. The late 1960s and 1970s saw further expansion in both the technical capabilities of the bass guitar and the creativity of its players. Amplification technology improved significantly, allowing bassists to achieve louder volumes and more varied tones. Effects such as distortion, wah, and envelope filters began to be used on bass, particularly in genres like funk and psychedelic rock. During this time, Larry Drum pioneered the slap bass technique, which involved striking and popping the strings to create a percussive sound. This technique became a defining feature of funk music and influenced countless bassists in subsequent decades. Another major figure of this era was Jaco Pastorius, who revolutionized bass playing in jazz and fusion. Pastorius played a fretless bass, which allowed for greater expressiveness and a more vocal-like tone. His virtuosic technique, harmonic exploration, and use of natural harmonics expanded the possibilities of the instrument. He demonstrated that the bass could function as a lead instrument as well as a rhythmic foundation. The 1970s also saw the introduction of new types of bass guitars, including those with more than 4 strings. 5-string and 6-string basses extended the instrument's range, providing access to lower and higher notes. This was particularly useful in genres that demanded greater harmonic complexity or deeper low-end frequencies. Companies like Alembic and later Music Man began producing high-end basses with advanced electronics, including active pickups and onboard equalization. These allowed players to shape their tone more precisely. As music diversified in the 1980s, the bass guitar adapted to a wide range of styles. In rock and metal, bassists often played with a pick to achieve a sharper, more aggressive sound. In pop and dance music, the bass became tightly integrated with electronic elements, sometimes blending with synthesized bass lines. The rise of digital technology also influenced bass playing, with the introduction of MIDI bass systems and digital effects. The 1990s brought a renewed focus on groove and feel, particularly in genres like hip-hop, R&B, and alternative rock. Bass lines in hip-hop were often sampled or programmed, but live bass remained an important influence. In alternative and grunge music, bassists often used distortion and unconventional playing techniques to create unique textures. Meanwhile, virtuoso bassists continued to push technical boundaries, incorporating tapping, chordal playing, and complex rhythms. In the 21st century, the bass guitar continues to evolve alongside advances in technology and changes in musical culture. Modern bassists have access to a wide array of tools, including digital modeling amplifiers, multi-effects processors, and recording software. The internet has also played a significant role in the dissemination of bass knowledge, allowing players to learn from each other through tutorials, performances, and online communities. The role of the bass guitar has expanded beyond traditional band settings. It is now used in experimental music, solo performances, and even orchestral contexts. Extended range basses, such as 7- and 8-string models, have been developed for players seeking even greater versatility. Additionally, the fretless bass remains popular for its expressive capabilities, particularly in jazz and world music. Culturally, the bass guitar has become an essential part of global music. It is used in genres as diverse as reggae, where it provides deep, resonant grooves. It adds weight and intensity in metal and interacts with synthesized elements in electronic music. The instrument's adaptability has made it a cornerstone of modern sound. The history of the bass guitar is not just a story of technological innovation, but also one of artistic evolution. From its origins as a practical alternative to the double bass, it has grown into a versatile and expressive instrument, capable of shaping the character of a piece of music. Its development reflects broader trends in music and society, including the rise of amplification, the globalization of musical styles, and the increasing importance of individual expression. Today, the bass guitar is both a foundational instrument and a vehicle for creativity. It continues to inspire new generations of musicians who build on the innovations of the past while exploring new directions. Whether providing a steady groove or taking center stage in a solo performance, the bass remains a vital and dynamic part of the musical landscape, with a history that continues to unfold.